Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Iesha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Habari Live, your go-to podcast for the news and beyond. Habari Ghani, my people, we're thrilled to bring you the latest edition of Habari Live, your go-to podcast for the pulse of Phoenix and beyond. And as always, we are all the way live in Paradise Valley in Phoenix, Arizona. I am Damon Ellison and my co-host,
Iesha.
We will be your guide through the exciting stories and everyday happenings in your vibrant community, your weekly dose of inspiration, innovation, and insightful conversations from the heart of our city. So let's get it going. Yes. Another day out here in the news, man. It's been a crazy week. The first story, man, I want to get into real fast before we even go into the Habari news. When we had this shooting at a army base, and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, go about some of the things. Some of the people were claimed as heroes, as they supposed to came in and put their lives on the line to stop this gentleman. It was at Fort Stewart in Georgia on August 6th. Just a crazy situation, man. Around 10:56 a.m. EDT, gunfire erupted at the 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team area of Fort Stewart, one of the largest U.S. Army bases east of the Mississippi. This prompted immediate lockdown measures. At approximately 11:04 a.m., Sergeant Cornelius Radford, a 28-year-old Army automated logistical specialist, allegedly used his personal 9mm handgun to shoot 5 fellow soldiers. None were fatally, luckily, but it just shows that situations, man, it doesn't even matter where you're at. These guns are crazy nowadays. But a team of 6 soldiers, including Sergeant Aaron Turner, First Sergeant Joshua Arnold, Staff Sergeant Melissa Taylor, and others, acted swiftly, tackling and subduing the shooter and providing immediate medical aid. Their actions were credited with preventing further casualties. Army Secretary Dan Driscoll awarded the service medals to these 6 soldiers in recognition of their courage, man. And that's amazing. We happy no one passed away, but all 5 wounded soldiers are in stable condition and expected to recover. So that's great to hear. 3 already underwent surgery. But we don't understand the what's going on with the shooter, the mental situation he had going on, or what the situation was with him. So it's just sad, man, that it doesn't matter where you're at in this country right now. We're not safe. So they're looking for the underlying motive and what caused the person to do this, but don't know for sure, man. But we're going to keep you guys updated with everything and some of the aftermath that's going on. But the base did lift the lockdown later that same day and resume normal operations. The FBI Savannah Field Office is assisting the Armed Criminal Investigation Division in the inquiry, and they will be looking into it and trying to figure out exactly, like I said, what was the motive behind it. So it's just a sad day, man. We wish that we could be safe in this country, man, but it's just continued shooting, killing. And I wish we can just get to a different place. That's my mission in life, but it doesn't seem like that we can do that. But we just want to thank the officers, the fellow soldiers who were able to subdue. And they were, like I said, awarded for valor, and that's a good thing. But we're gonna get into some politics. I just wanted to go over that, man. It's a crazy situation, man, and I was listening to his uncle speak, and he said the guy was always a good kid. It didn't sound like anything that he would do. It looked like he was trying to do the right thing, but they said that a couple people there said that he didn't want to be in the army anymore. And we don't know if this was depression or what the issue is, but this is a hard situation to stop. You know, these things happen in the military a lot. No, we've all seen Full Metal Jacket, and where something of this nature happened in that movie, that and the guy went on to kill his staff sergeant and other people because of his mental illness that was happening to him while he was in the army. So these things do happen, man. Mental illness does not stop for tough guys. Even tough guys have mental illness issues. So man, check up, man. Check up with your people. Check up with what's going on. Don't talk to people. Don't just hide these things. If you have issues and you have problems, don't just hide it. You know, it's something that you have to talk to people about. And it seems like he had some issues that were going on. He had some demons that he was fighting. But they all said he was a good guy. So it's just sad to see, man. But in other news, man, in Trump news, which is always disappointing,
Right.
Trump has just been running amok this week. We've seen nothing but craziness and craziness after craziness. He still haven't released the Epstein Files. That's number one. But it's been a crazy week, man. And, you know, we're going to run down some of the stories, some of the big stories that we have so far. So let's start it up, Iesha. What you got?
Yeah, for sure. This week, I want to start out by saying that, there are some things
don't know
that
how to-
are coming that are good coming out of what's going on, right? One of those things is that Illinois is setting fire to the trail, so to speak, while also sparking debate. They're becoming the first state to mandate annual mental health screenings for public school students in grades 3 through 12. Governor Pritzker signed the bill on July 31st, with implementation slated for the 2027-2028 school year. Advocates are hailing it as a proactive step amid rising youth anxiety and depression. And critics are arguing that it could lead to overdiagnoses and unnecessary labeling of children. I'm not really sure why that it would unnecessarily label children, but that's what they're saying that it'll do. I personally think that this is a good measure given the fact that when we have these school shooters, one of the first things a lot of people are saying is, oh, he had mental health issues. They
But
had mental health.
those people, they scream mental health issues,
Right.
but they don't want to do anything about mental health. It's just that's
Exactly.
just an excuse to not do anything about guns.
Right.
They don't
And I
care
think
about
that
mental
this is a good first step towards that action. So if we can get ahead of it before they're out of high school, we'll know which people shouldn't have guns.
Well, you know, I do agree that something has to be done about mental illness in this country, and we're not doing anything really. So them taking a step to try to figure out who has mental issues and who doesn't definitely helps. But if the states and the government aren't going to do anything or change anything, it's not really going to help much. Because the problem is when these kids leave high school, they have no structure, no umbrella, no help. They don't have anybody to go to. They don't have any structure at all, and they struggle through a lot of things because who helps them after high school?
Mm-hmm.
Like high school gives them that structure. They give them the things that people come and pick them up. They come do things, but once they're out of high school, they're just forgotten about.
Right.
And there should still be a structure in place for these people who have mental health issues, even people who are special needs. We don't do anything, and it doesn't make any sense. We're not doing anything. We're just watching these people. If it's mental illness, the way the laws are set up, if the person isn't hurting themselves or hurting anyone else, they're not going to do anything.
Right.
And that's the biggest issue. Is why ignore a problem until it already has become a major problem.
Right.
We're going to sit here and watch the kid. We know the kid has mental issues. We're going to give him guns. We're going to give him all the things he can to hurt other people and himself. And then we don't do anything to try to help the person until it's too late.
Right.
And that's our problem, man, in America. We want to put a Band-Aid on everything and then forget about it. We want to complain about people walking down the street talking to themselves, but we don't do anything. We don't want to do anything about it. So I just don't understand the thought pattern.
Yeah, I don't get it either. But Tesla this week, they're handing down CEO Elon Musk a whopping $29 billion stock windfall. Tesla awarded him 96 million restricted shares valued at $29 billion, calling it a first step towards retaining his leadership. This move does come just 6 months after a court ordered the revocation of his 2018 pay package, which Musk is still currently appealing at this time.
Yeah, a lot of people feel as though Elon Musk is very important to the well-being of Tesla, and they think that the company will not be in the position it's in without him as the CEO. So
Right.
they believe in him, and I don't know, man. We see his leadership has not been very great this year. Him deciding to get into politics, I'm hoping for their sake that he's going to reverse and reverse course and do not go down this route of trying to build a new political party. This is what he's been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that at all. That's not really going to help anyone in that company if you have investments or money invested in his stocks.
Right.
You want him to get out of politics, because Democrats still buy Teslas. Republicans can buy Teslas.
Right.
Just like Michael Jordan say, hey, Republicans buy shoes too. So it's hard to get into politics. You usually, as a businessman, you want to keep your politics on the low because you're trying to sell a product to everyone. That's the way usually people do it. He's went a different direction,
Mm-hmm.
and he's seen the tanking of most of the stocks that's coming out of anything that's Tesla.
Right.
So hopefully, man, he reverses course. This is a lot of money, man. It keeps him on the top as the richest man in the world. It's a lot of money, but he has a lot of responsibility, and hopefully, next year he'll stop being stop making crazy choices and getting into politics.
That's true, but he also it's just crazy the way he's going about it. I consistently saying that he needs all this money in order to stay the CEO. It's just beyond me when he already has a lot of money.
I don't know if he. I don't know. I don't know if he was asking for this money. I didn't really see that, but I don't know about that. I just know that he's the package that they put together is crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it
so
is.
we'll
Very
see,
crazy.
man. We'll see.
Moving on. Trump this week ordered a mid-decade census, excluding undocumented immigrants. Trump directed the Commerce Department to conduct a new census that excludes undocumented immigrants, a departure from constitutional norms.
Man.
The proposal, posted on Truth Social on August 7th, is aimed at influencing redistricting ahead of the 2026 midterms, but legal and constitutional challenges largely loom overhead.
Yeah, man. This is you see what they're doing in Texas. We're going to talk more about that.
Mm-hmm.
But the Republicans, I mean, They must see something that we don't see yet when it comes to the numbers, because they are losing their mind right now. I don't know if they just think because of they're looking at the polling, and they're looking at the polls and they're saying it's not looking good. So we need to get more seats for we can try to keep the lead that we have in the Congress and the Senate. But man, this is unconstitutional to do what he's talking about. The Constitution says to count all people, even if they aren't citizens.
Soil.
If they are on U.S. soil, we should count them.
Right.
This way of trying to make immigrants and people who just come to this country feel even worse than they already feel. You're calling them criminals and crooks. You're calling them the worst people in the world, and now you want to not count them on the census. People who are just visiting here, trying to get their green card. Some people are trying to do the right thing, and we're trying to make them into the bad guy.
Right.
We're making them into the people that's the reason why we have problems in our country. We're blaming the poorest people that's picking strawberries and oranges. Those are the people that it's their fault. Like, I don't know how we can blame the people with the least money while we sitting here and watching these people like Elon put billions in their pockets.
Right. Exactly.
Dude, and we can blame them, the poor people. That's who we're blaming. We're not blaming the gap between the rich and the poor, which has grown immensely over the last 40 years since the 80s and Reaganomics have been put in place. They have gotten richer and richer and richer with Republican trickle-down economic promises. We've never seen a dime. All of us are getting poorer and poorer. We can't go to the grocery store. We can't afford anything. And these people want to keep us fighting over silly ideology, stupid mess.
Right. Exactly.
It's ridiculous, man.
Not only did he order a mid-decade census, he also has something to do with the Air Force pulling the plug on transgender retirement pay. In a controversial policy shift, the U.S. Air Force is now denying early retirement benefits to transgender service members who have served between 15 and 18 years. Affected personnel are now forced to choose between a lump sum separation payout or involuntary discharge. The reversal of previously approved retirements has sparked widespread condemnation and expected legal challenges against the U.S. Air Force.
It's these are the people that the right are going against, their cultural wars.
Right.
While they steal all the money, they're giving red meat to their base by ripping up the contracts of people who are transgender that went to lay their lives on the line. Like a person who got shot cares what sexuality the bullet came from. Like this stuff is so stupid, dog. If you're willing to go to the army, lay your life on the line and be in the military. And I saw a story of a guy been in the military 18 years and have tours and everything. And now they're talking about that he can't retire. We're not going to give them guys any money.
Right.
Like it's I don't care about, man. I may not agree with these people and their sexuality, but it's not my business. It's not any of my business. I do not care what these people are willing to go to the military. They're willing to fight. Why are we disrespecting them? Like, y'all, they always talking about how they're so pro policemen. They're so pro military. But a person who has went and volunteered to be in the army, be in the military, you want to treat them like trash because you don't like their sexual identity.
Right.
Like, you can't, how do you look at yourself in the mirror in the morning and say, I'm a good person? When you're telling people who they can and cannot be, how they can and cannot be, how they should exist. How should their existence be for you? Because it makes you feel uncomfortable. Like, dog, this is, I don't get this, man. This way we're thinking right now. We're going backwards in this country. It's a fight to keep the country going in a direction that everyone is accepted. These people are building, talking about whites only neighborhoods, whites only towns. They want to ostracize everyone.
Talking about gays for Trump.
Man, dude. Yeah, I don't, and that's definitely weird. Trump, and they hate the gays. they hate gay people, like with a passion. So I'm not sure what's wrong with you, man. But I don't, I just don't get it. Frank Roman, oh, I already, oh my good, but you, hey, bro, keep that weird stuff out of the fighting forces. Why do you care the sexuality of the people that are fight? Is that really something you're worried about when bullets start flying? I wonder if they're gay. Bullets are flying. We're about to die, and you're like, man, I wonder if that guy over there is gay.
Ah, man.
Like what? Nobody cares about that. We're about to die. You think I'm sitting there worried about what sexuality the guy is that's coming in to save us? Like, man, you people are weird, man. Y'all are weird, bro. I just don't get it.
That was the weirdest thing ever.
Nobody cares about gay people, but when they taking on over the schools, who's taking? Man, nobody's taking over the schools. They exist. We supposed to act like they don't exist because you don't like it? They exist. All you people that saying keep this stuff out of the military, I hope that you are volunteering, Mr. Shane Lewis. And it doesn't look like you're in very good shape to be able to make it into the military. Ooh. So you may want to go on a little diet or something. Ooh. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to make it. You know, you should volunteer. You're going to tell other people who they shouldn't be in the military. You take your ass in there. Let's see you run. And it doesn't look like you're running very far. So, man, keep the hate to yourself, man. No one cares except Republicans. Weird people who try to act like they're Christians.
You just don't got to be gay around me all the time. If I'm gay, I'm going to be a gay around you at all times. I'm going to be me. I'm not finna hide who I am just because you don't like gay people.
Hey, Shane, Mr. Lewis, I can tell you retired because you definitely look like you've been taking the load off. So we definitely believe that.
And a retired welder. Notice he didn't say he was retired military.
No, he gonna tell people. Should we tell who can be a welder? Guys with goatees and sunglasses can't be welders.
And double chins.
They can't be welders, man. You know what I mean? They cannot be welders. If abortion was eugenics, then you want to jump over to something else. If abortion was eugenics, it would be legal. Republicans would be yelling to keep it legal because you hate black people. So it's insane to talk about eugenics. Yes, Margaret Sanger, she pretty much died before they were even doing abortions. You know that? Did you know that? Frederick Douglass also was a person that was into eugenics also. And he did a lot of great things. Eugenics is not a situation where you just teaching us something, because you're not. We understand what eugenics was. And a lot of people, black people, white people, a lot of people thought that we should keep the best of the races going. And I don't think Mr. Frederick Douglass didn't want black people to exist. He just wanted the best of black people to exist. That was his theory. Eugenics is a crazy theory. I disagree with it 100%. But that was their way of thinking. And like I said, Miss Sanger was dead before they performed their first abortion. So you're wrong. But anyway, what's your next story?
Yeah. Trump also repeats his disturbing rhetoric on undocumented farm labor this week. On CNBC, President Trump described undocumented farm workers as very, very special people who do it naturally, suggesting that they are uniquely suited for farm labor. Remarks are widely criticized as
goodness.
dehumanizing and rooted in harmful stereotypes. I think we have a clip of that.
Yeah,
Do we have that?
We have.
Can
the
we run
clip
it?
Which one?
of him talking about their naturally fit to work farms. Immigrants.
Here you go.
Back to their country with a pass back in legally, and we're doing things that are very difficult to do and very complex, but it works really well. We're sending them back, and then they're schooling, they're learning, they're coming in legally. We have a lot of that going on, but we're taking care of our farmers. We can't let our farmers not have anybody. These people that you can't replace them very easily. People that live in the inner city are not doing that work. They're just not doing that work. And they've tried, we've tried, everybody tried. They don't do it. These people do it naturally. I said, what happens if they get it to a farmer the other day? What happens if they get a bad back? He said, they don't get a bad back, sir, because if they get a bad back, they die.
This guy here, G.
That's interesting, isn't it? These are very, in many ways, they're very, very special people. Okay, go ahead.
No, okay.
Oh my God.
That was disgraceful.
Very disgraceful.
That was disgraceful, G. I mean, for a president to say the disgusting things that he just said, I mean, that was pretty much slavery talk. Oh, they're built for the farms. Oh, they can't have a bad back. They'll just die. Like, dog. Man. Then he talking about we don't want to hurt the farmers. Everybody and their mama knew that if you kick out all the immigrants, you were going to hurt the farmers.
Right.
I mean, everybody knew that. There wasn't a person, a soul in the world that didn't know this. This was common sense. Even the bum on the streets was telling us this. Everyone knew this. Not one person did. Not they're going to act surprised. Oh my God. I can't believe it. The farmers are being hurt. What's going on? Like, what? Are y'all crazy?
This guy Shane Lewis said that he's a pure blood.
You can believe what you believe what you want to believe, bro. That's fine. Anyway, I just thought it was disgusting.
It really
Then
was.
he talked about the people from the inner city, and what they should be doing. That we don't. He's talking about black people, because black people don't want to work these jobs, so he's going to talk down on them. All the inner city people don't want to do this. And what are you talking about? Why you think that black people want to work these farms? Like you really thought that if you got rid of all the immigrants and the Mexicans that we were going to step up and start plowing it, and that's what you thought?
Yeah, that's why he said that
Man,
immigrants
dog.
was taking your black jobs.
Man, hey dog, I could tell you this: black folks ain't working that stuff. So you can
we worked that shit too many years.
You can quit it. You can quit it. You can give that up. Because
you
it's
go
not
out
happening.
there and work those jobs.
You all want, you said they took their jobs. They took the job. That's what y'all were saying. So you go and fill the jobs. You the ones that wanted them out of here so much. Now it's, they naturally can do the work. Like, man, now you see that white folks are not going to do the jobs. You put it as inner city people aren't going to do the jobs. Yeah, you see that? That's why you shouldn't have got rid of them. Then y'all sitting around calling people names, but don't want to do the jobs. Don't want to fill it. Texas, they've had to shut down farms. Texas. So no one's going to pick the crops. You should get on out there, Shane. Get on out there, bro. You got your shades on. You got your Oakleys on. Get on out there. And you people, hey, they took their jobs. They took their job. Yeah, you could be an indentured servant again. Like, I guess you're Irish people. You love bringing that up. Indentured servants. Yeah, you can get out there and do your thing. You can be one. They try to talk down and act like, they're indentured servants. They just Democrats want people to work for no money. You idiots are going to see how
Mhm.
how the economy works. These farmers can't afford to pay these people all this money. So people like Shane, you need to get up and go work for free and go pick the oranges, grapes, whatever need to be picked. Get on out there. Because if you think that these farms are going to be able to keep on going and pay people all their money, you have another thing coming. You got another thing coming, man. Shane's retired. Being a non-combatant is a new business.
Right.
Exactly. Man, immigrants cannot vote. People that are not citizens cannot vote, Shane. I know it's hard for you guys to catch up. I know it's hard.
Right. Shane needs
They
to get to
can't
work since
vote.
he is able-bodied.
Right. Able-bodied. Look at him. Got him a goatee and some Oakleys. Get on out there.
Right. But, moving on to some sad news. There was a deadly shooting at Emory earlier this week. I'm assuming we're going to talk a little bit more about that later. But the gunman and a DeKalb County police officer were both killed during the shooting inside a CVS near Emory University and the CDC in Atlanta this week. Multiple buildings were struck by the gunfire. Daycare kids were safely evacuated, and there's no ongoing threat. Though the FBI has now joined the investigation, we'll see what comes about from their investigation going forward, as they're still early in their preliminary investigations.
It's a very sad situation. A young officer that had a kid on the way was killed. Very sad. 2 kids went on the way. So we send condolences to the families. Very scary situation, man. And like I said, we have the military situation we just talked about. We have the one over here in the CDC, mass shootings and people shooting in random situations in random places is the new America. This is what we live in. This is our life now. And it's a lot of people that's okay with it. They okay with putting on a bulletproof vest to go to the corner store. They're okay with it.
Right.
They're okay with thinking, let me get my gun so I can go to McDonald's. And we can't go anywhere, man, because people are just going to places and just opening fire at the CVS, at the military base, at the grocery store, the movie theater. We can't go anywhere in America. And we got these people sitting around blaming the immigrants for all the problems.
Right.
We have issues in America, man. This isn't a thing about facts or CNN. Everybody sees these deaths and killings. So I'm not sure what you're talking about, how it's one side. This is everyone's getting shot up, man. The bullets doesn't understand if you're a liberal or a conservative when the bullets are flying.
Yep.
So I don't get the arguments that we have in this country. You would rather play political games, point fingers at each other than actual come
Right.
up with fixes and ways to solve the problems that we have as a
Exactly.
country. You'd rather sit around and point fingers and call us names, all me libtards and stupid stuff that doesn't matter. None of these things matter. None of these things save lives. But it's like the conservative party is a bunch of children that want to point fingers and call people names. And that's all they want to do.
Like they're a bunch of kindergartners.
It's so bad. It's horrible. Everything is bad. Never come up. Do you have a plan to fix it? Well, I have.
Do you have a solution?
I have
components of a plan.
I have a little bit. Not. I just want to talk about how bad shit is. I don't want to fix anything. I just want to sit around and talk about it's bad. There we go. Concepts of a plan. Concepts. Not a plan. Not a plan. Concepts of a plan. Look at him. Look at Shane. Oh, Shane. Do you remember January 6th, Shane? Now that you want to start blurting out N words, we must have hit a nerve. Oh, poor sir. Now you got to resort to racism. You guys, man. Democrat ran cities. Do you know that Republicans have more power in more states than Democrats?
Yet Democrats pay more.
You know that?
Democratic states pay more money in federal taxes than any Republican state in the country.
Most definitely. And do you know that just because the cities vote in Democrats for mayor, they feel as though that's running the city? You know who has the power is the people who run the Senate and the Congress of that state.
Which is the governor.
And 9 times out of 10 in this country, it's a Republican ran Senate and House. And they usually have all the power because they've jerry-rigged and gerrymandered every state.
Yep.
Every state. You know, we can't admit Illinois is jerry. Yeah, you know they can't.
Extra spicy.
You know they can't handle that seasoning. You know,
you
start getting extra.
He used a little parsley in it. Give it a little extra spice. A little parsley. Give it a little.
Oh man.
Shane's people only like to use garlic powder.
I don't know.
Parsley.
I don't know what's wrong with this man this morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, go get you an old lady, man. You need some help. January 6th was maliciously prosecuted and denied their due process. Oh my goodness. He was talking about rioters. Black people are rioters, but then called them. I just saw a video from the January 6th on a new one where they were discussing how they were yelling, "Kill the police" in the crowd. Video just released. Kill them! Kill them! People died there. And they're still trying to give an excuse. Like, dude, just say if it ain't right, it ain't right. Just say that. Just stop giving excuses and just keep with the racism. If it ain't white, it ain't right. Just say that, man. Because your excuses
that's exactly how they feel.
Are garbage. They would rather stand on their side of the line and pretend to be right than come up with a solution that isn't hate.
Yep.
Shane, talking to you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. You would rather sit around and say, what about Chicago, than trying to come up with anything that can help to fix the problems of the inner cities.
Right.
What about, you guys do this? Hey, man, well, am I trying to solve your home problems where white people commit suicide at astronomical rates? Am I sitting around trying to point out your problems while you're trying to point out the problems of the black community? Don't want to fix it. Just want to say we're pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You got another story?
Yeah, I do. I got a couple more here. This week, the Clintons, DOJ heavyweight subpoena in the Epstein probe this week. The House Oversight Committee has subpoenaed Bill and Hillary Clinton, along with multiple former U.S. Attorney Generals and FBI directors, including Comey, Holder, Barr, Mueller, and others, demanding testimony and records linked to the Jeffrey Epstein case. I believe we have a clip here of Trump saying that he's not going to release the Epstein files because he doesn't want to get anyone hurt. Although he ran on being the most transparent administration. Let's go ahead and run that clip.
That shouldn't be hurt. Yeah. And I would assume that was why he was there. I want to release everything. I just don't want people to get hurt. You can't have people associated. First of all, the files were run by some very bad people and very sick people like Comey and Lisa, the whole group, all those people in that office. They ran those files for 4 years. And if they were going to use the files, they would have used it before my election. Right. Because unless they're stupid, which to a certain extent they are stupid.
You're saying they would have released the information.
Well, they had the files. They control the files. Yes. I didn't control the files. They
control the files now.
So if they had something, they would have released it before the election, because they are not geniuses, but they're evil.
Our president calling liberals evil, same thing, the same playbook. That's what they do. You know, but the thing is, I don't give a fuck if they arrest Bill Clinton or
I don't
they
either.
bring him in. I don't care. But we know it's just a distraction from Trump not wanting to
Exactly.
release the files.
Exactly. But it's also worth noting here that 47% of Republicans said they would still vote for Trump, even if he's implicated in Epstein's crimes.
They don't care. Like he said, he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue. They still would be behind him.
Yep.
The dude could rape their wife. They still would be like, Trump. Yeah. Oh, they're stupid. They have no brains. Right. They don't care, man.
Along with the resurfaced bluegrass band song about the Epstein Files not going away this week.
Oh yeah, man! They came out with a song that
and that song came out a long time ago.
Oh, it's old.
Yeah,
yeah,
but it was old.
It's not going away, man.
Not
the Trump
going away
files
at all.
aren't going away. Y'all can try to. They don't. I know they don't care. They don't care. They only cared when they thought it was just a whole bunch of liberals in the files. When they found out it was Trump, nah, it doesn't matter anymore now. Doesn't matter anymore. Trump's in the files. He's been raping little kids.
They wouldn't care. They don't care.
It's all good. It's all good. Well, let's go past that. Yep. Like, what are we doing? I mean, the fact that you can just gloss it over and don't even care. No one cares now.
Anything as a distraction. Anything. Because now Attorney General Pam Bondi has directed the federal prosecutors to open up a grand jury investigation into allegations that the Obama-era officials fabricated intelligence related to Russian interference in the 2016 election, even though Trump won.
It's the dumbest stuff ever, man. His conspiracies are the dumbest conspiracies I've ever seen in my life. The worst conspiracies I've ever seen. Like, this is the dumbest conspiracy ever, bro. Like, you can't think of something that at least is smart. This doesn't make any sense. Everyone in the Republican Party said it was true. Even Putin said it out of his mouth that he wanted Trump to win. Like, what else do we need? Now we're going to act like it was fabricated by Obama.
Right.
Just to try to take away the eyes from the BS. Epstein Files. He don't want to talk about that.
Don't want to talk about it.
So let's talk about anything else in the world, because we can't talk about the Epstein Files.
Let's throw out all the distractions that we can.
And he went after everyone that has prosecuted him.
Yep.
Old girl in Georgia. Letitia James. He's going after everybody. Everybody. I mean, Kamala said that this is what he was going to do. That he was going to do whatever he can do to get back everybody that got him implicated and charged. Well, people are so racist, boy. That are charged with him, got him charged with a crime. Even though he was found guilty, it's still someone else's fault that he was prosecuted. Like, this dude think he's above the law. Like, you broke the law. You're supposed to pay. Now that's why you got 34 felonies. Because he broke the law, but he's like, nah, it's somebody else's fault. It's never my fault.
Yep.
It's never my fault. Somebody else. Get Letitia James. Get her.
Yep.
It's bull, man.
And lastly, this week, we got we should have a clip.
Appeal. Always on some bull.
Yeah. Every week somebody comes in and
it's the Trump voters, man.
Yep.
They don't like nobody talking to no one can have it. Yes, hit yes.
No,
hit
you don't want to agree with the decision.
Hit cancel.
Cancel. Do you agree?
Oh, hit no, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Hit something else.
At the bottom, the last one. Yeah.
No, the one that says the last bubble, yeah.
There you go.
I don't know what to say.
That's cool. All right, so what else you got?
I think we have a clip of the Texas house being locked down.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have that?
Mm-hmm.
If so, let's go ahead and run that real fast.
This one?
Yes.
Being 85 ayes in 6 days, the motion prevails. The Sergeant at Arms and any officers appointed by her are directed to send for all absentees whose attendance is not excused for the purposes of securing and maintaining their attendance under warrant of arrest if necessary until further order of the House.
Oh man, so that was Texas. You know, they're trying to do everything they can to try to get the Democrats back so they can cheat and try to gerrymander the state.
Yep.
Even though
they failed.
The census has already been set up. They said the census they just did 4 years ago is fine. But for some reason, in the middle of the decade, they need to do the drawing all over again.
Right.
They need to redistrict right now. Every time over the years throughout history, the redistricting is done at the end of the decade. Why does it have to be done right now, this moment? We all know why, because they're trying to steal the election. They're cheating.
Yep.
And they keep on trying to bring up, well, the Democrats did it. If you want to look at the numbers, which we have, there is more cheating, and the worst gerrymandered states are in the South. Yes, Illinois is a gerrymandered state. It is up there as one of the worst. But also, the other states are.
Good morning. Welcome to Habari Live. You're on air.
All right.
Habari Live, you're live. What's going on?
Hey, no, nothing. I just saw your video. Wanted to call in, maybe talk about what's going on.
For sure.
But yeah, these Republicans, they're all crazy, man. They're in the cold. Nothing that Trump does will ever make them not vote for them. Like you guys said, he said, right? He could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue. We still have a bunch of voters for him. Doesn't even matter.
Yep.
You know? But and everything that they're doing, especially right now with the redistricting of Texas so that they have more representation in national politics. I mean, a long time ago, we should have stopped them from doing all of that. You know, we should have passed people without any allegiance to any one party to be able to redistrict all of these zones fairly.
Yeah.
But the Democrats also, they're like one of the biggest hurdles that we have in order to be able to get past any of this, because they're capitalists. They don't want to do anything for the working people. They will always, back the fascists, because the fascists are also capitalists as well. So a capitalist will always side with a fascist, because the leftists, the progressives, they want to stop all of that. You know, they want to stop the capital from being put together to only serve a certain group of people, which, but it's time that we get rid of this. We have to push back against even the Democrats, because they serve as a buffer zone between people and power. The Republicans are the easiest people to beat ever, but the establishment Democrats, that's the biggest fight. Those are always the people who push away all the minorities, that really want to bring change into this country. And that's my perspective of all of this. I tell this to every person that I always talk to, and kind of always see a blank stare, or I'm thought of as oh my God, you're super crazy. But look at where we are now.
I agree with you. Democrats have went too far into capitalism. They have not looked out for the small guy. They have been looking out for corporations. There are a lot of things that they have done that hasn't helped poor people, that haven't helped the regular guy that needs to go to work tomorrow. Definitely, neither party has been focused on trying to figure out ways to make things better for the small guy. I have to agree with you. It's a battle, but the far left progressive, like Bernie Sanders, AOC, they are trying to push these things to the forefront. There are people in the Democratic Party that do not want that to be the forefront. So it's a fight. It's not something that's a straight line when it comes to liberals. And you're 100% right on that.
Yeah. And I mean, I just want to push back a little bit on that far left title, because I mean, even the farthest leftist most popular person in the country who was FDR was still a capitalist at the end of the day.
Right.
I consider him to be the best president that this country has ever had, and he was still racist. All of the stuff that he did with the Japanese people in internment camps, the redlining of black community. You know, like even the best that we ever had was still like questionable,
definitely
a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So it's like we win, we do these things, and I understand people get lulled into like conformity. Okay, things have gotten better now. We don't really need to be as active anymore because, you know, we have a good life now. But I always tell people somebody's foot is always going to be in somebody's neck at the end of the day. Whose foot is going to be on whose neck?
Right.
Is it our foot on the capitalist's neck, or is it the capitalist foot on our neck? And we always have to keep that in mind. Like, we can't ever lose an inch, because that's when we lose a mile.
That's real.
Right?
Definitely. And right now we're losing a mile every day with these guys taking apart the Constitution limb by limb. And we definitely have to fight. I agree with you. What was your name again, sir?
I'll go by Prime.
All right, Prime. We appreciate you calling in and giving us your thoughts on the day. Make sure you have a good rest of your day, brother.
You as well.
Thank you.
Have a nice one.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, man. It's not all Democrats versus Republicans. Sometimes it's Democrat versus Democrat. The ideology isn't just give everything to the rich, and that's a lot of Democrats. That's what they want to do. They bend over for these corporations. They bend over for these businesses. They're not doing enough to push forward to get minimum wage, more money. We're not seeing that push that we need. People are sick of this stuff, man. What we got? Let me see the chat real fast. What we got? Somebody said something I wanted to, but it's probably gone so long now. It's so many comments. Nobody wants to like the channel when it's all in denial. What? Yeah, man. Margaret Sanger. Why is he talking about that again? We already went over that. You got another story?
You know, we were just talking about how the Texas House, they lost quorum this week, right? They still weren't able to reach quorum. Yeah. And, you know, dozens of Democratic legislators did stay away from the block GOP-backed redistricting. But the chamber is expected to reconvene on Monday to see if they can gain quorum this time. But for now, the legislative business remains at a standstill. And I believe that we also have a clip of Trump saying that the FBI should get involved with this issue. Do we have it?
I think it's the one that's Trump, Texas Democrats. Down. You just pass it. There you go.
Texas Senator John Cornyn is asking for your help to force Democrats back to the state and hold them accountable. Do you want the federal government and the FBI to help locate and arrest these Texas Democrats who have left the state?
Well, I think they've abandoned the state. Nobody's seen anything like it, even though they've done it twice before. And in a certain way, it almost looks like they've abandoned the state. It looks very bad. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Should the FBI get involved? Should the FBI get involved?
Well, they may have to. No, I know they want them back. Not only the Attorney General, the governor wants them back. If you look, I mean, the governor of Texas is demanding they come back. So a lot of people are demanding they come back. You can't just sit it out. You have to go back. You have to fight it out. That's what elections are all about.
What a mess. What a mess. And I think we have another clip of a person discussing how Texas really doesn't have the power to do anything to the Democrats that has left. This right there, up one, right there.
I'm a lawyer. A part of my practice is criminal defense work. There is no felony in the Texas Penal Code for what he says. So respectfully, he's making up some shit. Okay? He's trying to get sound bites, and he has no legal mechanism. And if he did, subpoenas from Texas don't work in New York. So he gonna come get us how? Subpoenas in Texas don't work in Chicago. He's gonna come get us how? So let me be clear. He's putting up smoke and mirrors. And I'm hopeful that the media doesn't follow that.
I'm just happy that the Democrats started fighting fire with fire.
Man.
Because, man,
this is what we've been asking for.
This is what we have to do. You know, this is what has to be done. These people in the Republican Party think they can just do whatever they want to. They've been cheating and cheating and cheating for years. Now, this is another chance. They're trying to take hold of something. Most people are not Republican, but they hold the most seats, has the most congressional districts. They talking about they don't gerrymander and they don't like it when the Democrats do it. These people are unbelievable. They have the most gerrymandered states across the entire South. The most. They're trying to get Missouri to gerrymander and St. Louis, believe it or not, which only has like 1 or 2 districts that are black. I think one of them is in Kansas City. Somehow St. Louis doesn't have one. Like, what is going on? Republicans are doing the way they're doing these states, the way they're gerrymandering. But the main problem is this. It's not time to redraw the districts. It's not this time. It's not the end of the decade. Why are you guys trying to do it in the middle of the decade? You just did it 4 years ago. Just because Trump said, I need 4 seats, he feels as though he's about to lose when it comes to the midterm elections. So I really don't understand what's going on, man. Why these guys are cheating. I have Jonathan Williams. I have said it many a times. Illinois is definitely a gerrymandered state. We are not going to fight that fact. That is a fact. I live in fact land. But yet and still, Republicans have more seats, and no other state has, no other party, none of the parties has more power than the Republicans do when you go by state by state. They have the most districts. They have the most gerrymandered states when it come across the whole South. I think Georgia was one of the only exceptions. Now, Democrats have put in laws that people from the outside have to come in and draw the districts and not leave it up to politicians. But Republicans are 100% against that. Most Democratic states are saying we need an outside person to come in, draw the districts. People who do not have a seat to lose, who do not think that it's in their God-given rights to make sure that the Republican Party doesn't lose the seat in Congress.
Right.
Somehow I thought that you were supposed to be fighting for your constituents, but now you're telling me the reason why you were brought into the Senate or the House was to make sure that you guys stay in power. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
The comment section, they still going after Shane.
Man, because dude be on some crazy stuff. Your channel isn't flexing good. Thank you. My channel isn't flexing. I thought I had muscles, man. I was over here flexing. My bad. You saying I'm not flexing well? I need to get it together. Okay. Oh, I'm a loser. George Floyd was a loser. Who ever said the dude was a winner? That's the crazy part. Right. Republicans get it so mixed up because they don't understand that liberals care about all people, even people who may be the bottom of the barrel. That doesn't mean that their life isn't any less meaningful than somebody that's doing something right. All people's lives matter.
I agree.
That doesn't make a difference
Bobby
if you're
McPherson.
a crackhead. You still don't supposed to be choked out in the middle of the street.
Right. Just like Bobby McPherson just said, Pat, you call him a loser, but the cops murdered him and slowly tortured him to death in public in broad daylight. And anyone that thinks that that's cool is complete scum.
Hey man, these Republicans now, they don't care.
It doesn't matter what someone does.
Mm-hmm.
They don't deserve what happened to George Floyd to happen to them.
No, definitely not. Definitely not, man. It's people are weird, man. And then they'll go to church the next day, call themselves a Christian. You know, these people are weird, man. They'll say in Jesus' name after saying some stuff like that, man. Like these people are, The same people that were looking at the Bible and had slaves in the background.
Elijah said, except for Blue Lives, because Blue Lives isn't a group of people.
Yeah, I guess Blue Lives are a group of people, but they for some reason their lives trumps others, though. For some reason Blue Lives matter more than other people's lives. Their lives, it mattered in your life, your existence. Just comply. I say this all the time, man. I always said that policing in this country is not a racial thing. It's not a racial thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people want to make it that it's just a bad policing thing. And I watch all type videos of police who just do not understand constitutional rights. And they come in guns blazing, trying to give me your ID, give me this, when they have no right to ask for those things. The policing in America is just bad, period. Yes, the numbers do look bad when you look at how many black people die. It's definitely more, but it doesn't matter to a lot of people who don't care about black people. But when we see that the police are killing people of all colors, all races, and they still don't care, it's just weird. You just don't care.
Yep.
You just don't care. I mean, the thing that I watch, it's in West Virginia most of the time. And the police out there beating the hell out of people.
Yeah, they are.
Just messing people up. There's not many black people there. And they out there just the worst. They're the worst policing, the worst everything.
And half the police don't even know the laws of their own state.
No, they don't know nothing. It's really disgraceful how much of them don't know the constitutional rights of people. And we're fighting, talking about George Floyd and all this dumb stuff. Everybody should be on the side of, we want our police to do the right thing.
Police officer getting detained by ICE.
That's what we want. Everybody wants that. We want our policing to do the right thing, not just beat up whoever. I don't care what color you are. We don't want to see people get beat up. We don't want to see people rights being snatched from them. We want people to be able to stand on their civil rights and say whatever they want to say. Freedom of speech, freedom of press. They don't believe in any of these things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. So, man, we want to talk about something today, man, that we talk about a lot here. How a lot of Republicans, they come into the comment sections and they love to put up the Democrats with the KKK in the middle of it, while these people are fighting to keep up racist statues from the Confederates. They love to call the Democrats the KKK, while they're fighting to keep up the statues of the KKK. They are the most confused bunch I think I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a more confused bunch. All the Democrats are the racists. All right, cool then. Well, we're going to take this racist dude's statue down. Oh, no, don't do that. No. What? You said that we were the KKK. So we're going to take this statue down of these KKK people over here. All right? No, that's my heritage. What are you doing? Like, what? Y'all are confused bunch, man. The parties shifted long time ago. Barry Goldwater. We know what happened.
Yep.
We know what happened, but we want to continue to talk about this mess, continue to bring up what's going on. It's dumb. Food stamps and welfare. If food stamps and welfare were reparations, my bro, why are so many white people getting them? What are you talking about? Majority of people on food stamps and welfare are white, man. Dang, y'all love to live in y'all little bubble, racist bubble. Go to a trailer park. Ask them where they get their money from. Ask them. See what they say. See what they say, man. Stop it. Goodness. So do you see this?
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
Yeah. Go ahead and run the News Weekly for us.
And now, this week's Habari News Weekly with Damon Ellison. Sponsored by...
Yeah. Habari News Weekly.
Habari Ghani fam, you're listening to another fire episode of Habari Live. Thank you for tuning in, whether you're on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you are watching or listening from. Thank you for tuning in. We are where history meets headlines and the truth never takes a day off.
And I'm Damon, like always, your neighborhood historian engineer with a passion for peeling back layers they try to bury.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we're diving into political flip of the century, how the South went from the deep blue Dixiecrats to hardcore red Republicans.
Yep.
And what that shift really means today.
And we're connecting that to history. We're connecting that history to today, including how the Trump era GOP is literally trying to reinstall the Confederate statues that were torn down during the Black Lives Matter protests. Like the National Park Service just announced plans to return the statue of Albert Pike to DC. Y'all remember the one where the Confederate general who was toppled back in 2020? Yeah, that's the same one that's going to be replaced.
So now we want to talk about the big flip from Dixie to red. How the Republicans used to be the Democrats. This is something that we have to talk about all the time because for some reason, I guess, I don't know, man. Republicans don't know history. They only know the history they want to know. You know, just listen to this dude, Nick Fuentes, today, and he was saying how black people, Sub-Saharan black people, didn't have any written language until white people got there. Just wrong. Just 100% wrong.
Blatantly wrong.
Just wrong. He said that black people didn't have any buildings that was over once. Wrong. I mean, just wrong. The Ethiopians had a Bible before the Jewish Bible. Hundreds of years before them.
God. And we got ignorant.
We got the people like in the Nubians who built pyramids before the Egyptians did.
Mm-hmm.
The Nubians built those. But they don't read history. They don't read books. They just keep with their evil, racist ideologies. Mm-hmm. That the black man has never been nothing until the white man came there. Which is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. It's ridiculous and it's the dumbest stuff I've ever heard. There's so many things that disprove these people wrong and they still keep going with these racist narratives.
Right. Confederate statues are an easy example of un-American values being celebrated by current racists.
That's real. That's what they're doing, man. Yep. So let's take it back to pre-1960s. The Democratic Party dominated the South. But we're not talking about today's Democrats. These were the Dixiecrats. The Dixiecrats, my bad. Pro-segregation, white supremacists. Democrats who ruled Southern politics. For who's doing pro-segregation now? Who's making segregation towns? Trump voters? Oh, yeah, it's Trump voters. They don't want to be, they want to segregate.
That MAGA cult.
Right. They're trying to act like they were liberals back in the day. Like, man, dude, do you understand you've always been on the wrong side of history? You're on it now. You were on it then. You always will be.
Yep.
You've been wrong for centuries. Mm-hmm. Centuries.
And it all started to shift after World War II.
That's real.
Enter figures like Harry Truman, who desegregated the military, and later John F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King Jr. pushing for civil rights. That made the South extremely uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable, man. And after JFK was assassinated in 1963, Lyndon B. Johnson stepped in, and this was crucial. He signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Mm-hmm. LBJ knew exactly what he was doing. He reportedly said, "We have lost the South for a generation."
Yep. And he was right. That's when the GOP, under folks like Barry Goldwater from Arizona, started picking up those disaffected white voters.
Mm-hmm.
Goldwater opposed the Civil Rights Act. And he said that it was federal overreach, but we all know what time it was.
Mm-hmm. The Southern strategy. Then Nixon comes in hot with the Southern strategy. In the late 1960s, basically the Republican Party rebranded itself to appeal to white Southern voters who felt alienated by civil rights of black people because the black people rights always somehow took away the rights of the Southerners and the conservatives. Us getting rights always meant subtraction to them, not addition, subtraction. Sorry. So they felt alienated by civil rights progress. That's how Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia, they all turned red.
Yep.
For now, over the next few decades, they've been red as, I don't know, rubies.
And so when people say that the party switched, what they really mean is that the voter basis, the ideologies, and the priorities switched. The GOP became the party of the white resentment, law and order, and coded racial language.
Yes, Mr. Wetner 999. You want to come here with all that racism? Do not show that comment. But Lyndon B. Johnson, no one said he wasn't a racist.
No one said that.
But he still did what Kennedy wanted.
He still did the right thing.
Yeah, he knew it was going to lose the South. He knew that black people would turn and start voting Democrat. He was correct. He knew what was going to happen.
He said it.
He said it.
We've lost the South for a generation.
He was a racist, and he said that black people would be voting Democrat for years to come. He said both things, and he said some racist things. Dude was a racist. He was from the South. He was a Dixiecrat at first.
Mm-hmm.
So this is no surprise to me that this dude was a racist, but he did the right thing. He put in the Voting Rights Act. Mm-hmm. He put in the Civil Rights Act. He signed them into law. He may have been racist, but he did things that a lot of racists wouldn't do over the years. During Reconstruction, they didn't do anything but let the South take away all the rights. You look at most of the states across the South, the last time a black person was in charge, or the governor or anybody that sat on most of those seats, was during Reconstruction. Ever since then, not one black person has been the leader of those southern states.
Right.
And you're going to sit here with a straight face and say it's not gerrymandering, it's not cheating,
and it's not racism.
When the districts were in the 1890s, right after black people was freed, all of these people were in government, black people. What did they do? They cheated. They redistricted. They took away the people's rights to vote. The KKK came in and took everybody's rights away. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, the Democratic Party became more aligned with civil rights, social welfare, and urban voters. Mm-hmm. The Democrats have aligned themselves with black people in trying to right the wrongs that has happened through history. Have they been perfect? No, they haven't. But the Republican Party isn't trying at all. In fact, they're trying their best to take away any steps that we have taken forward. But Democrats, they want to go for urban voters. It wasn't an overnight switch, but by the 90s, it was pretty much complete.
Yep, you're right. So, how we go from Barry Goldwater to Trump. That's the next thing. So we're going to fast forward and how Barry Goldwater laid the groundwork for Republicans like Ronald Reagan and Trump. Mm-hmm. But Trump didn't just ride the wave. He brought the Confederate ghosts back to the party.
Mm-hmm. And now we've got the National Park Service announcing that the Albert Pike statue pulled down during the 2020 George Floyd protest is being reinstated. Mm-hmm. So, Frank Henderson and Jim Beam, you're on here talking about the Democratic parties or the KKK, but your president is putting up statues of racists. We want them removed, you idiots. Boy, dude, you people might be I swear to God. I mean, for real, dog. Y'all was all in the special ed class. I don't know this is no other explanation for this. You people had to be in the back of the class talking to on the special ed bus, on the little yellow bus, going to school. There's no other, I can explain this a million times. The parties have switched. We just talked about it. And you still come in here talking about Democrats, KKK.
When they're not even keeping up with the topic of what's being discussed at the moment.
They are fighting to keep the statues up. I don't get it. In 2020, George Floyd protests, the statues are being reinstated in D.C. Imagine we're putting Confederate generals back on pedestals in 2025, and the Republicans are okay with this. Watch, sitting around calling the Democrats racist. They're idiots.
You can't make this up. Pike wasn't just a Confederate, but he also connected to the Klan, and yet some folks call him a man of history.
Oh man, these people are special, bro.
How
have the parties never switched when you're the people fighting to keep up the statues? What are you talking about? Are y'all, man? Boy,
we already know people like Shane. It's just,
man, dog.
We know you're ignorant.
Our education system,
you're
really
uneducated.
Failed, man. We have
the education system did fail you.
Has really failed. No Democrat voted for civil rights. Do you know that, right? Look at these idiots, bro. The Democrats started the Democrats started it, but you guys are finishing it. You're riding the KKK wave right now.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about? Man, y'all are special, bro. They say it's preserving heritage. Anytime we say take down the Confederate flags and the Confederate statues, here they come talking about their heritage. But at the same time, they're blaming Democrats. it's
right.
Oh my God.
Joe, not exotic. We know the ideologies switched parties. We've said that. We've acknowledged that.
I have more respect for the racists who will stand by what they are. Like, stop faking, man. You don't care. You don't care. You don't care. You want the statues up. Trump wants them up because that's what he's doing. He's trying to do what his people want. This is red meat for his base to put these statues back up. Mm-hmm. It hurt your heritage. That's what they've been saying. It's heritage. We fought to keep slaves. It's our heritage that we did that. You do. You are the people. You don't hear Germans trying to keep the Nazi flags up, but only in America are we trying to keep the KKK flags flying high. Flying high. Keep the statues going and then be like, you guys should just forget about slavery, but we're going to put up this statue over here for we can remember our heritage. But you guys should forget about it, though. We're going to name all the bases after all the people who tried to put you in slavery, though. But you should forget. How the fuck we going to forget if you keep reminding us to every goddamn where we go? Dude, it's so dumb. You might be the dumbest people in the fucking history of this damn world. You want to forget something? Stop making statues of the people who traded on the country. That might be step one. Step two, maybe stop flying the flags of the people that traded on the country. But you don't want to do it. It's your heritage.
Right, Frenchie. Their heritage is to be traitors and losers.
Traitors, losers, and racists. That's it. We want to let's get rid of the statues. They want us to get over slavery. Let's take them down. No, my heritage. Shane, you want some money to get those? Hey, man.
They going in on you today, Shane.
Dude, he needs some help. I don't know what's wrong with that dude. They say it's preserving heritage, but whose heritage are they preserving?
Yep.
The heritage of oppression? Because you didn't see them rebuilding statues of Harriet Tubman or Ida B. Wells. In fact, we're supposed to have a $20 bill with Harriet Tubman on there.
And they keep...
Who keeps pushing it back?
Republicans.
Trump. Pushing it back. He don't want to see a black statue. He don't want to see a black person on the money.
Right.
You know, these racists. You know.
Right. So where do we go from here?
Democrats wanted, yes, we want to get rid of the statues, Pierre. But Republicans, they want to keep them up, you know. Yes, they were Democrats at that time. Dixie Democrats. They were racist. They were the conservatives of their times. Y'all want to be caught on the name so bad. But the thing that's messed up to me is this. You don't want to be a part of what happened in history because those were conservatives that fought for slavery. But today, you're racist. It's so weird. You don't want to be a part of the racist people in the past, but you want to be attached to every racist ideology that comes out of the Republican Party. You never stand up and go against it, but then you want to say you're against racism.
Right.
Like, I really don't get it. If you was against racism, you definitely wouldn't want those statues up. Right?
Exactly.
I mean, that's common sense, right? Why would we celebrate people that hate other people? That doesn't make sense.
Exactly. So
I'm
where do
going
we
to
go
start
from
repping
here?
this Nazi flag because my great uncle is part. That's what they sound like. You know,
Exactly what
that's what they sound like, man. Craziness. Now I know you're being sarcastic because I know you don't mess with no Nazi stuff. So we know. But go ahead.
Where does this leave us? History's being rewritten in real time. The same way that the parties flipped, the values flipped. And now we're watching folks try to flip progress backwards.
It's a warning that without awareness, education, and action, history will repeat itself.
Mm-hmm.
The same system that once upheld slavery and now rebranding themselves in modern politics with new names, but the same old game.
Yep.
Same old racist stuff. They got the same old racist playbook, like right here. Dude come in talking about Michelle Obama. They love Michelle Obama, boy.
Don't they?
Boy, they love talking about her. You must want it in your mouth, Mike R. Because that's all y'all talk about. Like, dude, this is an old racist trope that they love doing. They love it. But I'm thinking that they must want to suck on it so bad. Because that's all they talk about.
Yep.
Like, that's all y'all talk about is that woman. Y'all must love her. You must jack it at night thinking about her.
They do.
You must jack it hard just thinking about her, Mark? Because y'all cannot get her off your mind.
Just beat it.
I don't think about Trump at all. But every minute of the day, y'all still talking about Obama. When Trump leaves, I swear to God, I will not discuss this dude once he's out of office. There's no reason to talk about him no more. 8 years later, y'all still talking about Obama.
Right.
Still can't leave it alone. Are you?
But this is why we do what we do. Habari Live is calling it out, breaking it down, and waking folks up.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, if you thought that the Civil War was over, no. The battlefield just moved.
Just moved to something different. We got to fight online and fight on
it's a cultural battle now.
So keep reading. Don't be like these idiots. Keep questioning and keep showing up. This history isn't just behind us, it's beneath us.
Yep.
And what we do now determines what rises next.
Mm-hmm.
But don't say that. We're going to keep it going though, man. We're going to keep it going here. We're going to talk about some more things that needs to be unpacked in our city with nuance, heart, and honesty, like always. And
today we're going to go ahead and discuss a little bit about the viral July 26th brawl that happened in downtown Cincinnati. The violence, the political fallout, and the tensions over who gets to be held accountable.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, so here's what happened, right? Let's recap. At around 3 a.m., a massive street fight erupted at 4th and Elm. The video does show that several people were attacked. One man kicked while on the ground, and a woman, Holly, was left unconscious and bleeding.
Mm. Yeah, man, it was a violent situation. Mm-hmm. And the right-wing conservatives, Fox News pundits jumped all over it, man. So far, man, we've seen nothing but 6 suspects arrested, all African American, have been arrested and charged with felonious assault, aggravated riot, and an assault, including Mr. Merriweather, Mr. Matthews, Vernon, Mr. Kittle, and Mr. Rosemond, and another lady, last name Devine, supposedly got caught up into this.
Yep. But, there's accountability gaps and public outrage here. Mm-hmm. A big point of the contention, many are outraged that the white man who appears to have sparked the altercation by slapping the black man still has not been arrested. One woman at the public hearing said bluntly, "You have a white man who started the racism, and he's still not being charged." Vice Mayor Jan Michelle Lemon Kearney acknowledged the frustration, but urged patience, citing the ongoing investigation.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of people have been talking about why this gentleman was not arrested. He started the fight. I've never seen a person who starts the fight go home and chill out. You
and
started,
watch everybody else get
you started
arrested
this.
and charged.
It should not be other people getting arrested because, oh my God, they won. They beat him up. He the one that started it. So I really don't understand how this gentleman has not been arrested.
Right.
But even local pastor, Mr. Damon Lynch, criticized the imbalance in enforcement. He pointed out that the white man who slapped someone and uttered racial slurs was still at large, raising serious concerns about fairness.
And conservative figures seized on the event to decry crime and public safety failures. Vivek Ramaswamy slammed an anti-law enforcement culture, while other officials framed the brawl as a symptom of larger decay.
Yeah, man. A lot of people ran, like Ramaswamy, they ran to Twitter to try to make this a racial issue because it was between a group of black people and a white guy. But, everything shouldn't be just automatic racism, but that's what the conservatives are doing nowadays. That's their whole agenda. That's their whole thing. They are trying their best to fight, to have races and all the poor people fighting against each other, where they take all the money and put it in their pocket. That's what they're doing, man.
6-on-1 was that fairness.
There's
Well, the white guy shouldn't have started
There's
it.
no such thing as fairness in the fight, my bro. You start a fight with somebody and slap somebody in the face
and hurl racial slurs at them.
Like, what do you think is going to happen to you? You think you're going to go home without a black eye? You about to get your ass beat. What the fuck you think is going to happen? Ain't no fairness when you start hitting people that you think you're going to slap somebody in the face and it's just going to be all good.
Right.
Man, no, it's not going to happen. When you slap somebody, there's going to be some consequences. Period.
You gonna FAFO.
I don't know what you thought, man. Go slap somebody and see what happens. You better have your shit together. You better put your dukes up because it's about to be some problems. Because none of this stuff, man. Everybody want to play the victim card and oh my God, why are they doing him like that? He slapped somebody. One of the most degrading things you can do to somebody physically is spit on them and slap them.
Yep.
And if you do any one of those things, there's going to be some consequences.
That person has the right to defend themselves.
Man, it's going to be some consequences, bro. Whatever you're saying. On the flip side, city leaders cautioned against racializing the incident, even though they already, Fox News, that's immediately
what they
immediately.
went to.
That's what the right wing went with. They saw one part of the video. They saw the black people beating them up. So they automatically went with, oh, look at these monsters.
Yep.
The same narrative they've been running with for 100, 200 years. It's ugly. It's disgusting. The racism that comes from the right. But they never stand with their racism. I will give it to people like Nick Fuentes. He just says it. I'm racist. He admits it. He stands with it. I have more respect for them than the people on this comment section who try to act like they're not racist. Why they spew racist comment after racist comment. They'll still say, I'm not racist. Me? No. I just say a whole bunch of racist stuff. That's the way they are. These people are crazy. You go to Shane's house, he's gonna say, I'm not racist. I'm not racist. He been spewing racism for 2 hours damn near. But he'll swear to you, he's not racist. Like, they're weird, man. Stand by your stuff. Stand by it. You want to be what you hate everybody? Stand by it.
Stand 10 toes deep on what you said.
But stop being weak. Just be, I don't like them. Nah, see what I'm saying? That's what they do. They project their racism. Oh, you're racist. Nah, dude, I love all people. I just call it how I see it. I see some racist stuff, I'm gonna call it the way I see it. I'm not scared.
Right. The one
Because
that's been in the
conservatives don't want
comment
to talk
section
about
damn
it.
near 2 hours spewing the most racist,
All
hateful
the
shit,
racism, and then he isn't racist. I am.
and you're projecting.
What if I said racist against anybody, anyone, any group? I love all people. What have I done? You just, man, dude, you people are the weakest kind that cannot admit what you are.
Exactly, Mr. Bobby McPherson Shane. Just because racism has come up doesn't mean that anyone's automatically racist until they make comments like yourself.
Right. They think discussing racism makes people racist. They really believe this in their mind. That's why they're trying to get CRT out of the school books. Yep. They don't want any of these things, the history, because to them, discussing racism, seeing color, understanding and accepting someone's race or ethnicity is racism to them. They don't know how to deal with it. This was that should let you know that you have a problem, but you can't admit it. You can't stand up to your own hate. It's disgusting. Be who you are. Wear the Confederate shirts. Be that person, man. Instead of being the weak person hanging hide behind a keyboard, acting like you're not racist. So they already racialized the incident. Mm-hmm. Mayor Provo condemned the violence and stressed that while some crimes are up in hotspots, violent crime overall is declining. Yep. And this is something we're seeing across the country. But we have people like Trump who is pushing the narrative, black people bad, everything's horrible, but books, all the statistics say crime is going down.
Yep.
You can't, what are they saying though?
Mm-hmm. So what are we unpacking here? The core issue, accountability, or the lack thereof. For all parties involved, when only some actors are pursued per the letter of law, it erodes the trust.
Right. And there's a broader tension. How narratives can be molded along racial and political lines. We should ask, how can leaders prioritize justice and transparency, especially when emotions and optics are so high? People are, don't worry about that. People are so caught up into the hate, the racism, the color of the person. They get mixed emotions just because they see that it was black people that were fighting a white person. Those are the things that even on the black side, these things happen. Black people see that a white person is jumping. They have these feelings and emotions that start getting into it. They automatically jump on the side of the black person. This happens on both sides of the aisles. People can be wrong. It don't matter if you're left or right. People can do wrong things. Why, when it's automatically on the right and conservatives, they jump into it, they automatically think that the black person is wrong. That's their ideology. That's the way they think. Oh, black person, he's wrong. That monster, animals. No responsibility done. Then when the video comes out of the white guy smacking the black person, then they go quiet. They don't have anything. Well, they shouldn't have jumped him. It was 6-on-1. They start going into other things to try to make themselves right instead of just saying, oh, my bad, I didn't see that part. My fault. If I would have saw that, I would have had a different outcome on what I thought about that. If a black person went up, smacked a white person, and got his ass whooped, I would say, look, man, the dude shouldn't have been smacking him. He got his ass whooped. But when it's on the other side, they're making excuses. If it was a black person going around smacking people and doing things like that, and he deserved to get his ass whooped. I don't care what color he is. But for some reason, when it comes to this certain group, it doesn't matter what they do, they're going to act like that he didn't do anything wrong. Like, what is this? And then they're going to tell me I'm the one that's racist, but I wouldn't care what color the person is. The person who is wrong is wrong. If he's black, blue, gray, green, purple, yellow, he's wrong. And I'm not going to jump on the person's side just because the person is black. If the person is black and they doing something wrong, I'm going to say, hey, man, he fucked up. He should not have done that. I'm not going to switch my stance because of a person's color. And that's the problem. We just making our decisions by the race of the person that's the victim. A person who's a victim is a victim. I don't care what color they are. The victim is a victim, man. Nobody celebrated Carmelo, the murder. Stop it, bro. People just said that they thought that the case looked like it was a self-defense case. Nobody was celebrating. That is a bad situation. This kid's life could be destroyed. The other kid is already passed. It's a bad situation. These kids could have figured out a different way to handle things. But in America, what do we teach our kids?
Violence.
Violence. Violence is the answer to everything. We teach them that. We teach them that not by what we do, but what they hear us saying. Oh, over my dead body. They're not taking my gun. I'm going to protect. They come in my house. I'm going to kill. That's all we talk about in America is what we going to do to somebody. We live in this mind state of murder and killing and then wonder why our kids are like this. We hate our neighbors. We're scared of our neighbors. What do we make? What are you, Shane, dude? You need some help, my brother, because ain't nobody making excuses for nothing. This is what's going on in this world. You talking about black justification. Like it's nothing you people can do to stop your hate, is it? Like it's nothing. What needs to happen? Your daughter needs to date a black guy? Is that what needs to happen? You need some black kids?
Yep.
Is that what you need? You need some black grandkids, Shine?
Or some Mexican
Shane?
grandkids.
Is that what you need, man? Because, dude, there's no one's blaming anyone. What we are saying is, if the person is the victim, I don't care what color the victim is, we should not blame the victim. We're not even talking about race. It shouldn't matter. But it seems like the conservatives, they see a white person, they automatically jump on the racism train. Mm-hmm. You got to stop it, man. And then I'm to the point where I've just given up on you people. You people just want to hate, man. You just love hate. You want us to go move to the separated state in Arkansas and the little wherever they at in the woods and go eat snails out of dirt, whatever the hell y'all do. Go and do that stuff, man. Because this people are sick of this racism crap, man. We got other stuff to do, man. We're trying to move on. We've been having the same fight for 100, 200 years, man. I'm sick of fighting off this stuff, man. I'm sick of it, man. It's dumb. Well, right. We hope all of them end up black. I hope every grandkid he has is black as I don't know what. Nah, that's what we want. Every single one of them, man. Because his racism is ridiculous. And your daughter's gonna do it just despite you.
Yep.
Just because she knows how much you hate black people, she's gonna date every black guy in school. Every one of them. She's gonna get them tattooed all up and down her arm. Jarrell, Jerome, all
Tyrone.
It's gonna be tattooed all up and down her arm. And I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna have a good time laughing. Because this is what you get for hating so much.
She gonna come home and say, Dad, I have someone for you to meet. Tyrone, this is my dad.
Oh man. He's gonna be so mad.
He's gonna be like,
peace out, Mike. We don't care. Oh man, dude, these racists, boy. So
goodness me.
Justice isn't about arrest, man. It's about fairness. And to next time, when cases like this go down, you got to make sure that everybody is arrested that's supposed to be arrested. Mm-hmm. The narrative that's been pushed this week on this Cincinnati fight is ridiculous, man. And you have to stop the racism, man. We have to. Just because black people and white people were fighting does not mean that this has to split us in the same old ways, same old racist ways. We got to stop it, man.
Yeah, we do.
I don't care, my guy. If my daughter wanted to date a white dude, I'm not racist. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, what I'm gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna disown her. Like, I'm not like you people. I'm gonna get over it, and I'm gonna go on about my life. If this is who she loves, that's who she loves. I can't do anything about that. What can you do? Like,
but this is coming from this is coming from the caucasity of people who mix the most with the Asian race.
White men and Asian women,
right?
It's definitely the number one. But I don't know. What are you saying?
He wants to talk about how, your daughter wants to date a white guy, but I mean, it's just about whoever.
Yep, I agree with you, Audrey. It's the human race. There aren't any other races. It's all ethnicities. Change the camera, bro.
You're right.
We are so talking like this dude. Like I said, Nick Fuentes pissed me off today. We're not the same race. Like, hasn't it been proven that the first people were black? And from those people and one woman's DNA, all of us came from that? I mean, we're sitting around talking about what people created, what. Aren't we all the same people?
Right.
Like, what is going on? If an alien came down to this planet, they would be like, what are they talking about? The different races? There's only one race. But they want to split us up, man. They don't want us together, man. So, I will never understand it. But a lot of you people are falling for this stuff, man. Mm-hmm. It's craziness.
It is.
So, we ain't got that much time left, but let's go into some videos real fast so we can get up out of here.
Okay.
Trump was taking a buffet of chaos. Trump taking press questions from the roof of the White House. Let's go ahead and run that video, man. Of Trump on the White House. What was this dude? What do you call this stuff? The diddler on the roof. What is he doing?
Sir, why are you on the roof?
Mr. President, what are you doing up there?
Taking a walk.
Come down and talk to us.
What are you building?
It goes with the ballroom on the other side.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, sir.
What?
What are you?
Oh man, dog.
Are you considering a second story?
Spend money.
Spend my money for the country. Because the American people pay your salary.
This dude is gonna the White House gonna be painted in gold by the time this dude leaves.
Man.
He's gonna have gold amenities everywhere. It's gonna be gold chains wrapped around the White House, just gold everywhere. He's so tacky, man. It's so tacky. But now he's talking about building this ballroom, and he's always also talking about he's already taken out the garden that was put in by the Kennedys. This dude is disgusting, man. He's just turned the White House up. It looks so tacky with all that gold everywhere. But let's talk about Candace Owens. She was talking about who's running America as we discuss what's going on over in Gaza, as Netanyahu has released the disgusting plan of taking over the entire strip of Gaza and pushing out the people that are already there. Donald Trump has already gave him his blessings on this disgusting facts, but they are steady starving these people, the Palestinians out, and they're taking over the land. So let's go ahead. I don't agree with anything Candace Owens says ever, but I do on this, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and run the video, man. Who's running America? Candace Owens. There she go. Yeah.
Wow, Trump right now trending for all the wrong reasons. Again, he's going to deny aid to Americans if they decide they want to boycott Israel. How is that not treason? he is going to deny Americans in need disaster funding if he finds out that that city or state that is in need is boycotting Israel. You might say, actually, morally, we think it is wrong for us to in any way engage with Israel because we are watching them starve children daily. That's your right as an American. Now, all of a sudden, Trump is taking the position, the extraordinary position, that actually it's not your right to do that when it comes to Israel. Of course, you could, if you want today, boycott American companies. But Israel, they're saying you can't do that. Why is that? Because America is not a sovereign nation. And if you are under any illusions that America is a sovereign nation, you need to wake up.
Yeah, man. I have to agree with her when it comes to this. I am not an Owens fan. I disagree with 99.9% of the things that she says, but I have to agree with her on her stance when it comes with Israel. She is being sued by the French president, Mr. Macron, and his wife, and she's been pushing back on that, discussing it. And it's really disgusting to hear her talk about these things. And it's just gross what she's on. But I hope she loses the suit and they take every dollar from her is what I hope. But I do agree with her when it comes to this. Who's running America right now, man? Is Israel making decisions for us? Because it really seems like we just keep on giving them money while they keep on committing genocide.
Right.
It's disgusting, man. Netanyahu seems to be running our country. And I just don't understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Candace is like that cousin at the cookout who brings up politics right as you're trying to take your first bite of your ribs. You're not sure if she's starting a conversation or a bar fight.
Yeah, right. Because you damn near want to punch her in the face everything she says. Because it's so disgusting, the things that she says. But let's go ahead and get into this next one exactly. And while she's acting like this is some brand new conspiracy, the Trump Netanyahu connection has been around longer than expired mayonnaise. But now she's framing it like it's a Netflix documentary we all missed. We know that he's 100%. His first term, we saw what he did, moving the Capitol, moving the embassy, doing everything he can to bend to Netanyahu. Mm-hmm. Those moves were horrible. I agree with you, Joe. Not exotic. Candace is a horrible person. I agree. But
Candace stays in promo mode.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can somebody just go ahead and get this woman a coupon code,
Switch it
please?
up, bro. Yeah, right.
Let's just get this lady a coupon code. You're 50% off at the end of your purchase.
Man, it's ridiculous, man. And we, I don't like her. I don't like anything to have to do with her. But like I said, man, we have to ask ourselves: are we for or against genocide? And right now, we look like we're for genocide. So hopefully, we can do something better, man. We should be demanding that Trump does something to help those people. Joe Biden, he brought a ship out to help to get food to the Palestinians when he was in office. He did things to try to help the people. He tried to make sure that Netanyahu wasn't going too far, tried to yank the chain back, take some guns away, some missiles away. He did a lot of things to try to put some things in place to try to rein Netanyahu in. Trump is just letting him just go. He just took the chain off, letting the pit bull just go and just eat and destroy everything he sees. And he's doing it. He is doing it. He is taking everything apart. Taking everything apart. It's disgusting to see. But we're going to go into this next one. You get it?
Hold on.
Should be segment 4.
No, I don't have. Oh, yes, I do. The Confederate statue comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Just when you thought that we left some parts of history in the past, the Trump administration is reinstalling the Albert Pike Confederate statue in D.C. But, like we said earlier, this statue was one of the statues that was toppled during the 2020 protest when George Floyd was killed during Black Matter Lives protesting. So, but, Nebraska's Mike Flood.
Mm-hmm.
He went full cartoon villain this week and voted for billionaire tax cuts while cutting Medicaid and food stamps.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got booed at his own GOP town hall.
Yep.
Over migrant detention funding. Imagine getting roasted by the very people who put your sign in their front yard. They voted for you.
Right. When even your own voters turn into hecklers, that's a sign you might want to rethink your career. But they won't. They are 100% behind Trump, even if it destroys their career. They have just signed they have cut their wrist and bled into the pot. They're all the way in. It doesn't matter what Trump does to them. They're all the way in. So they don't want to rethink their career, their prospects, or nothing. It's all Trump or nothing right now. So let's go ahead and play that video of Mike Flood getting booed at his town hall.
My question is fiscal. With 450 million FEMA dollars being reallocated to open Alligator Alcatraz and 600 million taxpayer FEMA dollars being used to now open more concentration camps and ICE burning through $8.4 million a day to illegally detain people, how much does it cost for fascism? How much do the taxpayers have to pay for a fascist country?
Americans went to the polls in November, and they had a choice between a Democratic candidate that had an open border, no enforcement, fentanyl, drugs, human trafficking. And they had a choice between that and a candidate that said, close the border, get illegal immigrants out of our country. Stop the fentanyl, stop the human trafficking, stop the drugs, stop the crime, stop the violence. That's what Americans voted for. Americans voted for a border that is secure. And I support the president enforcing our immigration laws.
I have read a dozen or so books on authoritarianism and fascism. You said in Stewart that you were not a fascist. Your complicity says otherwise. Have you ever spoken out against this administration and its Project 2025, which is a fascist machine?
Fascists don't hold town halls with open question and answer series.
I mean, he's right to a degree, but they're still pushing a fascism playbook. That's the playbook that they're pushing right now. I mean, it's disgusting. People are sick of it, man. They can't afford groceries right now. And everybody want to play these cultural games while people can't afford their groceries. These people are mad because, hey, they think a lot of these people who think, oh, it's only black people that's on food stamps. It's only black people that's going to be hurting when the food is too expensive. No, brother.
Everybody hurts.
Everybody's going to be hurt. You think that you're just hurting one side, but you're wrong. You're hurting all of us. All of us are getting hurt. I mean, this dude is putting taxes on our products and everybody is clapping. He's taxing our products. Everything is getting more expensive. Mm-hmm. You cried and cried for 4 years about how things was increasing under Biden, but we get Trump in office. We haven't seen one thing change, and it's only gotten worse. And that's why these people are pissed. They're over it. They're sick of it, man. So rolling right into the next video, here is a breakdown of how Trump is funneling taxpayer cash into his own businesses.
I had it.
It didn't seem like it. Is that it? I think that's it.
President Trump has spent about a third of his second term staying at his own properties, and he's got them everywhere. And that has cost taxpayers $52 million. So he picks where he stays in a way that he makes a lot of money. When folks go to Mar-a-Lago, it's $240,000 a day. We all know about that so-called free plane that was a gift from Qatar. It turns out the cost of retrofitting it is going to be about $1 billion. $1 billion. Who gets to keep the plane once he's no longer president? President Trump. Is a gift that Trump is going to take with him through his, quote, foundation. But here's another thing that is just outrageous. That $1 billion, they're not being transparent about that, showing how much it's going to cost, who's getting paid what. They're taking money out of a nuclear program and hiding it in the Pentagon budget, so none of us will get the specifics on how much it actually did cost and who was enriched as a result of retrofitting that plane that is going to be Trump's plane. You're entitled to more transparency.
This dude is coming up off of the office. We saw him in Scotland opening up new golf courses. The dude is getting paid off the office right in front of Trumpers' face, and they don't care. Could you imagine if a Democrat was doing this? They would be flipping, heads exploding, especially if it was Obama or the Clintons. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Just like last week with the Pelosi story. Oh, the Pelosi Act, and then no Republican votes for it. Sit around pointing fingers saying that the Democrats are stealing. The Democrats are stealing. Oh, okay. Well, let's put a bill in place for nobody else can steal. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. No, that's not fair.
It's going to hurt us. It's going to hurt us Republicans. We can't make any money anymore.
People are hypocrites. Hypocrites, man. From hotels to golf courses, this man treats America like his personal Airbnb. Instead of 5 stars, we get higher taxes and a bill for the cleaning fee.
Yep.
That's what we get. So
Exactly.
we got a video of some people on the border
patrol.
And they were getting profiled because they have dark skin and they're Trump voters. But they wanted to speak out against the government plays, and Trump voting couple in San Diego County says they were racially profiled by Border Patrol while scouting campsites. Let's go ahead and run that video.
All of my life, 50 years I've been here, I've never been harassed by Border Patrol on this side of the border like this. This is outrageous.
Why are we not allowed to be here? Because we're not white? Our skin doesn't match?
That's George Doylis. He and his wife are from Imperial Valley, and they love to camp. So when they were headed up to a dental specialist in North County on Wednesday, they decided to explore Jacumba and this area around Boulevard. They headed up this road to see if they could find a campsite, and that's when they say their day took a very different turn.
We didn't think anything of it. We're an American citizens. We're on U.S. soil. Why should we be afraid?
George and his wife Esmeralda say an unmarked SUV started following them and pulled them over. They say Border Patrol agents first approached wearing masks.
So the reason why we're stopping you is because you do U-turns and there's a known alien out in the area.
He told the agents where they were going and that they did not consent to any search.
Like we got green Martians rolling around.
Probably wasn't the best decision to be out in the middle of nowhere.
No, we have the right to travel anywhere we want to travel.
You do. You're absolutely right, you do. And I actually have the right and authority to stop you.
The couple sat in their car as the agents brought a canine.
It's called reasonable suspicion.
Do you think that they had reasonable suspicion to stop you and search your vehicle?
Not at all. Not at all.
The dog did smell a small amount of legally purchased cannabis, so they got out for a full search. 30 minutes in, the agent says he could take their vehicle, but...
I'm going to go ahead and let you off with a warning.
George and Esmeralda both voted for the first time in 2020 and again in 2024 for President Donald Trump. As they see his immigration crackdown, do you regret your vote?
Yes, I do. Very much so. I feel shame, guilt, and anger at the same time.
You deserved it.
FAFO, as they say. You find out, man, what you vote for.
He fucked around and found out, both him and his wife.
Mm-hmm. They found out. So now it's a problem. Now it's unconstitutional. Welcome to that party, y'all. We've been screaming about this for a decade, and here y'all go now.
Yep.
They said there was no reasonable suspicion,
just
vibes and prejudice, which sadly is the kind of border patrol that we have today. It's pretty sad. So let's talk about another FAFO victim. Trump burger owner has been deported. Let's talk about this idiot now. Go ahead and run the video.
KHOU 11 confirming the owner of Trump Burger Restaurants, which has several locations in the Houston area, has been arrested by Immigration and Customs Enforcement and now faces deportation. ICE says Roland Biani, a 28-year-old from Lebanon, overstayed his visa after entering the U.S. back in 2019. He was taken into custody in May and is now out on bond as he awaits immigration proceedings. In a statement sent to KHOU 11, an ICE spokesperson told us, quote, Under the current administration, ICE is committed to restore integrity to our nation's immigration system by holding all individuals accountable who illegally enter the country or overstay the terms of their admission. This is true regardless of what restaurant you own or political beliefs you may have.
Yeah, man. They don't care if you supported him. You're getting out of this country. They don't care if you like him. This is what you get. That is what you get. He don't care if you have restaurants with his name painted on them. If you're brown, get the fuck out of town. That's what they're saying. They don't care. But that's what he gets. Like you thought it was going to be the other Mexicans, huh? No, it's you. They see y'all all the same. You think you're special? You're not special. They don't care. Your tone of color is darker than theirs. They want you out. That's all they see. You thinking, oh, I go to work every day. I do the right thing. They don't care. They want you out of their country. That's what you need to start realizing. Stop aligning yourself with these people because they don't care. That's like opening a Jurassic Park gift shop and then being shocked when the T-Rex eats you. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Win stupid immigration hearings. Win stupid prizes, period. So let's talk about Christy Nome getting crushed this week versus South Park. Good. She's mad at South Park for portraying her as a dog shooting ICE agent. That's what she is. Says it's always the liberals making fun of women's looks. Stop wearing all the damn makeup. South Park has roasted everyone. Jesus, Oprah, Santa Claus. You're not being singled out. You're being regular. They go after everybody. They don't care what you are. They're going to go after you. That's just how they are. They don't care. They're just a bunch of people who going to make fun of what they think is funny. So I like what they do. You know what I mean? And I hope they keep it up. And I hope the conservatives keep getting mad because they're like the extremists who don't want you to draw Muhammad or something. They're going to murder you for it because you can't draw them and make fun of them because, oh my goodness, now they coming for you. Like it's ridiculous what we're going through right now. We got Trump steady threatening Harvard because, you know, he's so pro-Israel. Nobody can say anything about Israel, you know, just like Candace was saying. Now he's threatening to take Harvard's patents because apparently dismantling public education wasn't enough. Now it's time to repo the Ivy League. That's what he's doing, man. It's very, very disgusting stuff, man. This next clip is about if you work 40 hours in a week and there's no reason you should be struggling to put food on your table. That is facts. Yet here we are, man. We can't afford everything because billionaires got another tax cut and working families could get told to budget better. So let's go ahead and run that clip, man.
Not every wage, and please hear me clearly on this, not every wage is designed to be a livable wage. My 16-year-old son is not working for a livable wage. Someone who is retired and is helping out part-time, that is not necessarily a livable wage. What determines a livable wage is, in fact, the market. When we have government-mandated wages, what happens is there is an upward pressure on all wages. It's not about who makes currently $7.25 an hour. If you raise it to 15, 16, 17, 18, now what happens to the general manager who's making 20? And then what happens to the employee who's making 25?
But that's how it should be.
I mean, but you have the Republicans who don't believe in this. They believe that wages go up, down. That if the rich people get richer, then they will get more money at the bottom. They don't believe that if you push the wages up from the bottom, then everyone from the bottom up will do better. No, they're like, oh no, just let the rich people do what they want to do. You don't want to make them push for more wages because then they're just gonna fire everybody. They need workers. They need workers. And the fact that you people think that they should be able to pay people a non-livable wage is crazy. Now, people who come here from other countries, who just come here to work and then go back to their country, we understand if they're able to pay them at lower prices because to them, that's still good money for them because they can take that money home to their country and still do fine. But when you're living in America and you're trying to pay rent in America, it's a little more difficult because our rent, our groceries, our prices to maintain an everyday life is cost more. Cost of living in Mexico is a lot less.
Yep.
Cost of living for us is exorbitant. We're getting killed out here. People are still working for less than $7.25 a cent, Mr. Pat Yeager, while you don't know what you're talking about, because they love to pay people under that and say, well, you work for tips. And so you see, there's ways where they get around paying people under that $7.25. You don't know what you're talking about. People should get a livable wage. And we're not doing that in this country. We have to figure out ways to make sure that everyone can afford a chance to get a home, a chance to be able to live the so-called American dream. This is a nightmare right now. No one is happy the direction that we are headed in. I think we all can agree about that. Even if you're a Trumper, you have to see that the prices of these things are too high. You have to see it. All right, man, let's get into our last segment here. We're going to talk about this stupid ass Sydney Sweeney story that the Republicans have been running with all week.
Right. Because, finally, Sydney Sweeney, yes, Euphoria Sydney, turns out she's a registered Republican voter in Florida.
And though Mr. Trump wasted no time praising her in American Eagle jeans ad, which is just creepy political energy.
Between this and the cultural wars, even your jeans aren't safe from politics.
Man, dude, I mean, I understand what people are talking about with the blue eyes, blind hair, great jeans stuff, because we have a lot of white supremacist Nazis that's running around in the conservative party right now. I get it. I understand it. Maybe American Eagle knew this. Who knows? We can't say. We can think that they knew it, but we can't say for sure that they knew. So, a lot of people are upset saying that this is pushing that the best jeans are blind hair, blue-eyed jeans, and everybody else's jeans are trash. And that's how people are looking at this because there's been a lot of racism lately. We've seen Piers Morgan start throwing Beyonce out there because she has blind straight hair. They're like, well, she's stealing. We had Megyn Kelly come out calling Beyonce disgusting. It's a lot of people jumping on the racism bandwagon of this dumbass story.
Here's my thoughts on that. If you want to say something about Beyonce being cultural appropriation by wearing a white wig or blonde wig, or whatever you want to call it, wouldn't it be the same when Kim Kardashian wears cornrows?
I don't know if Kim Kardashian.
She ain't black.
I don't know what she is. I hate this shit, man. All this shit is stupid. We fight over the dumbest fucking shit, man.
That's what that's my whole point. It's
just dumb. People always want to do what other people do. That's the way it is. We know that a lot of white people have stolen a lot of things, but we talk about the cultural appropriations that black people discuss that matters to me is the ones that take money away from the community.
Right.
Somebody talking about, oh, that girl had braids in her hair. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that. That is dumb stuff, and I don't want to talk about it.
Right, and that's exactly what my point is. Like, it's so dumb and so minuscule that we're sitting here discussing somebody wearing jeans and a blonde wig versus wearing braids in their hair.
Man,
it's the same dumbass shit.
It's all dumb.
It shouldn't even be talked about.
It's all dumb.
People do what they want to do.
Like I said, the only racial appropriations I care about is when people
You're hurting the
in the community are building this. They built a movement, and then another group comes in and takes all the money from what they have built.
Right.
And then this group comes in, takes all the money, and another group doesn't get paid a dime.
Exactly.
Those are the only things I care about. Kids wearing hairdos, adults wearing hairdos, braids, wigs, blonde hair, yellow. I don't care, man. Whatever, dude. This is America. We're all mixed, so we see so much of other people doing other things. Girls sees other girls with blonde hair. They like, I want to do that. She has blonde hair. I want to see what I look like. Some girls see some girl, she has braids. The white girl sees it. She wants to do it. She want to put weave in because her homegirls do it. Like, this is stupid stuff. And we are fighting over the dumbest shit. Black people getting mad because white people got braids in their hair is dumb. Who cares?
Exactly.
It's stupid. We have no time of all the things that's going on in the world to sit around crying about whose hair is what. It's stupid. It's stupid. People are just are making money, taking money from the poor, giving it to the rich, and we're fighting over whose hairstyle is appropriations. It's dumb. Let's move to something that actually fucking matters. What matters is the money. What matters is the places, the people getting a chance to be able to live a decent life and buy a decent home and not get shot up when they go to the store. These are the things that matters. Piers Morgan, grown ass, sitting here retweeting and talking about this dumb shit. Like, dude, who cares? Yes, I think it was Doja Cat. I think that was the rapper that came out, and she was making the big deal out of it. Who cares about what Doja Cat says?
Right.
Respect to her music. I don't know her personally, but who cares? Like, okay, some people saw it, and everybody has an opinion nowadays. But somebody puts his opinion, and then that opinion is pushed on the whole black fucking race.
Yep.
The whole black group is blamed. And they going after everybody black. Oh, look at her. Look at her. Look at this black person. She does this. Man, this shit don't matter, dude.
And then you got ignorant people like Megyn Kelly who want to come out with comments that say that Beyonce's ad is the opposite of Sydney Sweeney. And calling it quite clearly there is nothing natural about Beyonce.
What?
Everything from her image to her fame.
It's fake.
To her success. To her look. Is bought and paid for.
Man, dude. See what I'm saying? Like, it's just dumb.
It screams artificial, fake, enhanced, and she's trying too hard.
She can do whatever she want to do. It's a free country. That's what's called America. Sydney Sweeney can do what she want to. She can be a Republican and do what she want to. Both of them.
But actors, actresses, singers,
all
entertainers have redone and recreated photos that have been iconic photos.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's
shouldn't matter.
It's just silly stuff to me, man. This is
very
dumb
silly
stuff. I mean, I understand to a degree what they're talking about with the genes and the racism behind some of that, but it doesn't matter. These companies don't care. They don't live their lives thinking about how this is going to hurt somebody else. They're thinking about the positives of it. I don't know for sure if they were trying to hope that this has become a problem and they can use the racism to get themselves. They got some pluses from it. So maybe they did know. They could know, but we can't say for sure. Bumpy Johnson, bro, learn to do you just copying and pasting the same thing?
Yeah, he is.
Would you please type something else? I'm not going to say anything about your comments till you say something that's worth talking about. Joe, not exotic. They have the freedom, but not freedom. That's real. That's real. I like you. I like Joe. Joe's talking that good stuff. Good stuff. Bumpy Johnson, you have issues.
That's like the 5th time he's copying.
Man, that's like the 10th time.
Comment.
Dude is tripping. Beyonce is fine. Stop crying because some obscure loser posted something online. She's fine. Yeah, we're not crying. We don't care. I think that people should move on to something that matters. If you listen to what I'm saying, I don't care about the ad. I don't care about none of this dumb shit. They always trying to divide us over the dumbest shit ever. Release the Epstein Files.
Right.
Fuck.
Be transparent.
That's what we want to talk about. They was want to try to make us distract on some dumb shit.
Bumpy Johnson must be a bot.
Dumb, man. I don't know what's wrong with that dude. He's special. But anyway, we want to thank you guys for watching today. We didn't win a few minutes over, but we appreciate everybody for coming in and discussing. We want to thank, I think it was Prime for calling in and talking to us about some of the problems that the liberals have. Liberals aren't perfect. They have some things that they need to fix. And they are very pro-business, very pro-capitalism, and they haven't done anything to help the poor. We got to do better, man. So thanks for watching. I'm Damon and
Iesha.
And this is Iesha.
Peace out.
We'll see y'all next time.
Holla,
Thanks for
holla.
watching. Peace.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and more. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to visit www.habarientertainment.com. See you next week.